Yeah. You know the truth sound like hate to a nigga that hate the truth. Check 1, 2, what it do? Aborted the birth of a nation. We done been lied to, I feel like that. They use religion to keep us controlled. Waste of our time, we can't get.
And so in the news tonight, I probably heard, but rapper Jim Jones and all the other artists and entertainers weigh in on the Birkin bag conversation, saying we need to invest in more black designers. So in our communities, why have foreign designers become so much more popular than black designers? What y'all think, man?
Who want to go first?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
You say why have designers?
Foreign designers, why have they become so much more popular in black communities than our own black designers?
Well, I don't think that they just become more popular. I mean, they always been.
But why is that though?
Why do people like design?
Why do they like foreign designers more? It seems like it's
for
a
the
trend.
same reason they like foreign cars. I mean, the quality and the style and everything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I feel like, man, really, man, people spend their money on what they want to spend it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to spend black, that's cool. What about design? I mean, that's what you feel like.
Yeah, no doubt.
What do you think? I mean, why do people get money and move out the hood? Why don't you?
I'm saying you want to go to the nigga under the bridge selling his t-shirts versus Louis Vuitton. You rather have that Louis. You ain't gonna spend the same you gonna spend from the nigga under the shirt with his knockout Louis.
That's my
Louis Vuitton. Big guy Louis.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna support Louis.
But you gonna make my eyes got, dog.
Listen.
Real.
That's a reason.
Like you gonna have your knockout. You ain't gonna support the knockout. Like if I come up with a Mikey, you ain't gonna Mike Force Moons.
The Big Mick.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Y'all boys got dope.
Listen.
You know what I mean? You get the rose and you can get the door.
Listen. I think what it is from a cultural standpoint, and I'm gonna be real with you. You're familiar with what people want, you know what I'm saying, and that's passed down from time to time. But when we understand what these foreign labels do to our culture, I think there's a form of symbolism. And when I say a form of symbolism is when you have these type of things, and I'm quoting, that's because I've studied Dr. Amos Wilson's teachings. When you have certain symbolisms that are identified, that creates the behavior. We can see right now the pressures of our culture and the community to achieve those things
Absolutely.
is at a proportionate rate. When we look at our youth, you know what I'm saying, they are aspiring to receive those things, but in the manner in which they're getting them is not of a, you know what I'm saying, enormity. And what I'm saying is they're taking drastic measures, almost desperate measures to keep up with trends that they're not even affordable into our culture. Like prime example, everybody wants to wear Gucci, Louis. They feel like they've arrived. And if you find more value in what you purchase as opposed to who you are as yourself, then that's a problem. And then you see that problem apparent in our own community. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest major things. We have so many bells and whistles to where we are paying attention to, but we're not paying attention to our communities and our neighborhoods. What use is a person wearing $15,000 worth of shit and his community is worth less than $200? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, Rob, you do realize that even though black people live in these communities, we don't own these communities.
Absolutely.
Like we don't own these areas.
These blocks.
You know what I'm saying? We don't own these blocks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we can say my all day long, like niggas claim they projects and all this shit. Ain't your shit.
But let me attest to that. My mother left me a house. My mother's grandmother's house is already paid for. It was left to her. I'm the heir to that. I got a third property that's willed to me. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is that I understand the value. See, I'm not able to
you
just.
don't own Trinity Gardens still.
I don't own Trinity Gardens.
So you can't dictate the people around you how they move.
Not trying to dictate, but just a minor observation for you to look at what you're purchasing and what are you purchasing. You're actually funding somebody else's paradise. See, this is the problem. We've become so much as consumers amongst ourselves to where we're basically consuming ourselves. What are we producing? And that's what I'm saying. What production? Think about this for a second.
Hold on, Raw. Everything you saying is true, and it's the right way to think. But from what you just expressed, man, you're a minority when it comes to this, because a lot of these kids in the community, their parents ain't leaving them shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't leaving them jack shit. They gonna have to get this shit out the mud and figure it out on their own. They don't have nobody leaving them 1, 2, 3 properties and all that. You know what I'm saying? So what you have is a luxury. You better pass that down to your children, but to your next door neighbor, he don't have that same luxury. And so guess what? He look at symbolism as a sign and say, I made it, you got a house, but he might feel like them Gucci shoes show that he shouldn't know that. I mean, he not, but he feel like it.
But here's the twist to that. Have you ever heard of something called the Great Depression?
Yeah.
Okay, where African Americans living through that Great Depression, even though they didn't have the advantages. When we're talking 80% of the advantages of white culture, right? Mm-hmm. Why would you actually have the mental capacity to put more into the 80% hands that already has a step ahead of you? Now, comparing that all the way from the Great Depression to the recent recession that we had, there's a stopping point. You know what I'm saying? I can't aspire to have $15,000 shoes, and I don't have $15,000 in my bank account. That right there defeats the purpose of me trying to fund myself. I'm basically consuming myself into a bigger hole, and that's what I'm trying to actually get people to see. Well, it's like we relate to everything.
Why buy $15,000 worth of shit? You ain't got $15,000 in your bank account. Right. That's very true what you're saying, bro. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you're not just dealing with one individual. Like, this is a whole community of people. Well, because you ain't looking like this and you ain't rocking this, a lot of people won't even hear what it is you're trying to say. You see what I'm saying? Like we've been so accustomed to feeling like, okay, if they're in a Mercedes-Benz, if they got the Gucci on, and if they got something going on. Not knowing that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, behind on the paper, about to get repoed. You know what I'm saying? Late on their rent, all that shit. I know motherfuckers that have spent they light bill money to stand in line for James. You know what I'm saying? Just because they want to keep up. It's stupid as fuck.
That's crazy.
But guess what?
You know what the purpose?
Guess what though?
Go ahead.
It's a reality.
Joel Osteen said the people couldn't enter the church when the city was flooded. Most of these pastors, actors, and just want the paper. We call the whole shit corporate thugging. My granny would hear this and tell me, grandson, you know that you shouldn't touch God's anointed. Granny, I've been in that Bible like you, and I'm telling you now that I am appointed. It's lies in that collection plate, adultery in that pulpit, deceiving for your own well-being, some shit I'll never be cool with. They take our tithes for land and better rise. If black lives matter while we fight, they stay inside. Please forgive me, Lord, I tried to let it slide. Please don't shorten my time, that fake shit cracked my spine. Whole world built off greed, here to speak my peace. The pain that never cease, somebody stop this grief. I guess it's starting in with me. Seeing fuck shit happen and I speak up, that just wouldn't be me. Salute all OGs, too many casualties. Pro-black as you see, off my neck oppressor, I can't breathe. Remove chains in your knee, I'll be dead and gone by the time my people are really free. I know the devil a lie. Told me have faith in my God in the sky. Say it's a heaven when black people die. Ain't supposed to question, I'm asking them why. My people hustle, they using religion. Them people gon' make me lose my religion. Praying to God, niggas doing it different. I'm on my knees, assume the position. Yeah, I know the devil a lie. Told me have faith in my God in the sky. Say it's a heaven when black people die. Ain't supposed to question, I'm asking them why. My people hustle, they using religion. Them people gon' make me lose my religion. Praying to God, niggas doing it different. I'm on my knees, assume the position. Yeah.